Hey guys, it's Steve here again, and in this video I just want to show you how easy it is to add in a popover form. Okay, the actual process of adding a popover form is simple, but you do have to fiddle around a little bit with the graphics and the padding in order to make sure you get the opt-in boxes in the right place. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll onto Google Chrome for a minute. I had a bit of an issue getting the pop-up form to display. It seems to not like it some occasions, and some other occasions it works perfectly fine. I've got a feeling it's something to do with how the websites cache information, so that when you did it the first time it worked perfectly fine, and I thought it'd be a good idea to record this video straight afterwards. And when I refreshed the page, the pop-up didn't work. Okay, so I tried a different browser and that seems to have done just fine. So if we go back to the Aweber form creator, all I've done in the design area, I've got this free image as part of a product that I purchased of UK marketer John Thornhill, and part of that was you got this image free, as well as some follow-up series of email to introduce them to further products of John Thornhill's. Like I say, it was part of a really cool information pack and resources pack that he gave away with this product, and it's been really responsive, to be honest. I think his authority as an internet marketer it sells itself from now on, and everybody's heard of a lot of his products. They know a lot about him, and he's a fantastic person to learn from. But moving completely away from that, we're having a look at this form. I'll show you how the exact form looks, because it doesn't appear to look correct on this screen, but I can assure you that it is. So under form type, we'll have a look at advanced and move to the body and look at advanced tactics, and in here we've got the URL for where the image is actually stored. So I'll open that up in a new tab, and that is how the pop-up will appear on the screen of the person reading your website or blog. Okay, it won't appear in the top left hand corner like that. It will actually pop over and appear in the middle of the screen, and you can see just in the middle of the actual image there's a small red space which has nothing in it, whereas the rest of the image seems to be quite busy with images and and text and whatever. So that little square that's in the center of that image near is going to be where we're going to put our forms. Okay, so that's how the image looks. Let's go back to Aweber, and basically to get the forms where you need them, you just need to configure the padding to be correct. So you need to set how far away it is from the left, how far away it is from the right, the top, the bottom, and so on, until you get the form exactly where you want it. But it can be a bit tricky because you can't actually see it while you're working on it to a degree. You just need to have a fiddle around with the figures, and you'll figure it out. But yeah, that's all that's done, and basically now we need to go and publish the form, and it'll feed us some JavaScript. You notice the HTML box isn't there anymore because this requires JavaScript to work. Okay, so same process there. We're going to highlight everything that's in this box, either by using the left mouse and dragging from either the top down or from the bottom up, or failing that, just click in the box until you have the cursor flashing somewhere, and then Control and A, and that will select everything in there. We need to right click and go to copy, and then we head back over to the widget section of our website, and I'll drag that text box out just so you can see where I got it from. We'll scroll down, it's in the bottom left hand corner, left click, hold that down and drag it, and wheel our way back up to put that into the sidebar. There's no point giving this item a title, so what we're going to do is click on the automatically add paragraphs. Even though there's not a lot of script here, with scriptures like JavaScript and HTML, you generally need to put in paragraphs for them to make sure that they do work properly. So right click and paste, and that's copied that in there for us nicely, and then we're going to click save, and then we're going to close. Now that should have updated the website, but as I'm in Chrome, I'm going to give it one try to see if we can get it to work. Failing that, I'll use an alternative browser that I just tested before recording this video, and it did work for me that time, so let's have a look at that. Okay, so I'm going to refresh my browser and see if that works. Okay, it doesn't seem to have worked that time, so we'll just try one more refresh, and then we'll try an alternative browser. This can be a bit of an issue at times, but once somebody's left the website generally and come back to it, or they've cleared their cache and so on, this will generally appear. So as it hasn't worked this time, I'm going to go into the Safari browser, and we're going to refresh there instead. Okay, boom. There it is. That was supposed to happen in Google Chrome, except it didn't. And now you can see that we have the two additional fields as well as the call to action button as well. So the person is able to go here and enter their name, and they're also able to enter their email address. Oops, excuse my spelling. Actually, it's 2 Ds. And they're able to enter that information there and submit that as well. So, like I say, this is a really eye-catching method that immediately popped up on the screen. You are able to delay it by so many seconds so that you're not immediately pouncing on them as they land on your website. You can also set it to appear every so many days, just to make sure that you try and get that person's attention after so many days. I think you can also set it as well per visit, so it does, if you've got ways of tracking them coming to your website, that you can catch them on every so many visits that they make to your site. Okay, but as you can see, that's really graphic. It's very there in your face. You can see it. You can see what you're going to be getting. It's a call to action. Do you want free traffic? It's the only resource you're ever going to need to drive traffic. You'll get the mind map, the worksheet, and the ebook. Okay, so if somebody wants that information, because something that you've posted somewhere else has caught their attention, and you want to get them back to your website to get them opted in for something to generate a lead on your email list, then this is a really cool way to do it. Okay, so that's the other method. So we'll just close that again. We'll just check to see if it appears a second time. Make sure it's working. Yeah, and that's working fine. So that appears on there again. So that will come each and every time that person visits your website. So you are able to alter those settings and go from there. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed. I'll just carry on reading below this post, and we'll cover some other methods as well.